Audrey Hepburn was born on May 4, 1929 in Brussels, Belgium. She spent her early childhood traveling across Europe. Because of her family during World War II, she lived in the Netherlands where life became very difficult. Food was scarce and many families struggled every day. Even during those hard years, Audrey loved music, dance, and reading. She believed that hope could survive even in the darkest moments. After the war, Audrey decided to follow her dream of becoming a performer. She studied ballet and worked very hard. Although she loved dancing, she was told that her height and the effects of the war made it difficult to become a professional ballerina. Instead of giving up, she looked for another path. She started acting in small films and theater productions. Every role helped her gain experience and confidence. Everything changed when she was chosen to star in the movie Roman Holiday. Her performance was full of warmth, kindness, and natural charm. Audiences around the world immediately admired her. She won the Academy Award for Best Actress and became one of the brightest stars in Hollywood. Almost overnight, Audrey Hepburn became a global icon. Over the following years, she appeared in many unforgettable films, including Sabrina, Funny Face, Breakfast at Tiffany's, and My Fair Lady. Her elegant style, gentle smile, and graceful personality made her different from many other stars. She believed that true beauty came from kindness, honesty, and respect for others. Even though she became famous, Audrey remained humble. She treated everyone with respect, whether they were actors, directors, or crew members. People often said that she was as kind in real life as she appeared on the screen. She inspired millions not only because of her talent, but also because of her character. As the years passed, Audrey became more interested in helping people than in making movies. She traveled to many countries to support children facing hunger, illness, and poverty. She worked with UNICEF and visited communities that needed hope and assistance. She listened to families, shared their stories, and encouraged the world to care for those who had little. Her humanitarian work became one of the greatest achievements of her life. She believed that every child deserved love, education, food, and safety. She used her fame to bring attention to important causes instead of seeking more popularity. Her compassion touched countless lives across the globe. Audrey Hepburn once said that happiness comes from giving. She believed that helping others made life meaningful. Her words and actions continue to inspire people of every generation. Her films remain classics, and her message of kindness continues to shine. On January 20, 1993, Audrey Hepburn passed away at the age of 63. Although she is no longer with us, her legacy lives on through her timeless movies, her charitable work, and her unforgettable grace. Audrey Hepburn will always be remembered as one of the most beloved actresses in history. Her life teaches us that success is not only about fame but also about kindness, courage, generosity, and making the world a better place for everyone. As the years passed, Audrey Hepburn spent less time in movie studios and more time traveling across the world to help children in need. Every journey reminded her of the difficult days she had experienced during World War II. She understood what it meant to feel hungry, frightened, and uncertain about the future. Because of those memories, she wanted every child to know that someone cared about them. Audrey visited villages surrounded by dry land, crowded cities recovering from hardship, and remote communities where families struggled to find enough food. Clean water, medicine, and education were not always available, yet wherever she went she carried kindness, hope, and encouragement. She believed that even a simple smile could give someone strength during a difficult day. Children were naturally drawn to her. She would kneel beside them, listen to their stories, hold their hands, and laugh with them for a few precious moments. She never treated anyone as unimportant. Every child mattered. Every family deserved respect. Her gentle nature touched people long after she had left their communities. The world admired Audrey not only because of her unforgettable films, but because she chose to use her fame to serve others. Reporters often asked why she spent so much time helping people instead of returning to Hollywood. She always believed that making a difference in someone's life was more meaningful than collecting more awards. Many young actors looked up to Audrey Hepburn. They admired her professionalism, her humility, and her kindness. She showed that success should never make a person forget where they came from or stop caring about others. Her example inspired countless people to support charities, volunteer in their communities, and show compassion to those facing hardship. Even as her health became weaker, Audrey continued to work whenever she could. She remained determined to speak for children who had no voice. Her courage during those final years showed the world that true strength comes from love and purpose, rather than fame or wealth. Around the globe, people continued watching her classic films. New generations discovered Roman Holiday, Sabrina, Funny Face, and Breakfast at Tiffany's. They were amazed that movies made many decades earlier still felt fresh, warm, and inspiring. Audrey's timeless charm crossed every generation and every culture. Fashion designers, photographers, writers, and artists continued to celebrate her elegant style. Her simple black dresses, graceful posture, and natural beauty became symbols of classic fashion. Yet Audrey herself often reminded people that beauty begins inside the heart. She believed kindness, generosity, and honesty were the qualities that never grow old. Today, millions of people remember Audrey Hepburn as more than an actress. She became a symbol of grace, compassion, and hope. Her life reminds us that even one person can bring light into the lives of many others through simple acts of kindness and genuine care. Her remarkable journey teaches a powerful lesson: dreams can change, courage can grow through difficult times, fame may fade with the years, but kindness leaves a legacy that lives forever in the hearts of people around the world. The story of Audrey Hepburn continues to inspire people even many years after her passing. Around the world, film lovers still watch her classic movies, while young people discover her life for the first time. They see not only a talented actress, but also a woman who chose kindness over pride and compassion over fame. Schools, film festivals, and museums often celebrate her remarkable career. Fashion magazines continue to feature her timeless style, proving that true elegance never goes out of fashion. Her simple black dress, warm smile, and graceful personality became symbols recognized across the world. Audrey believed that every person had the power to make life better for someone else. She often reminded people that small acts of kindness could create great change. A helping hand, a kind word, or a caring smile could bring hope to someone facing a difficult day. Her humanitarian work left an unforgettable mark on millions of children and families. The people she met never forgot her gentle voice, her patience, and her sincere desire to help. She showed that real greatness is measured not by awards or wealth but by the lives we touch. Today her films remain among the greatest classics in cinema history. New actors continue to study her performances because they were natural, honest, and filled with emotion. Directors and writers often mention Audrey Hepburn as one of the greatest inspirations in the history of filmmaking. Her life also teaches an important lesson about resilience. She experienced hardship during childhood, yet she refused to let those painful memories define her future. Instead, she transformed them into compassion for others. That decision changed not only her own life but also the lives of countless people around the world. Although Audrey Hepburn passed away in 1993, her legacy continues through her films, her charitable work, and the millions of people inspired by her example. Every generation finds something meaningful in her story. Some admire her acting, others admire her elegance, but almost everyone remembers her kindness. If Audrey Hepburn could leave one message for the world, it would likely be this: never lose hope. Never stop believing in kindness. Success becomes truly meaningful only when it is shared with others. The greatest beauty is found in a generous heart, and the greatest achievement is making someone else's life a little brighter. And so the story of Audrey Hepburn does not truly end. It lives on every time someone chooses kindness instead of anger, generosity instead of selfishness, and hope instead of fear. That is why she will always be remembered, not only as a legendary actress, but as one of the most inspiring women in history. After becoming one of the biggest stars in Hollywood, Audrey Hepburn found herself surrounded by fame, cameras, and endless attention. Yet she never allowed success to change her heart. She continued to greet everyone with a smile, and believed that every person deserved kindness no matter who they were. Every new film brought another challenge. Audrey spent long hours learning her lines, practicing scenes, and working closely with directors. She believed that talent alone was never enough. Hard work, patience, and respect for the craft were the true secrets behind every great performance. During the filming of Funny Face, Audrey combined her love for fashion, dance, and acting. The movie became famous for its colorful style and unforgettable music. Fans admired the way she moved with elegance and confidence. Fashion designers around the world began creating dresses inspired by her unique style. When Breakfast at Tiffany's was released, Audrey created one of the most iconic characters in movie history. Her simple black dress, elegant hairstyle, and graceful personality became symbols of classic beauty. Even decades later, people continued to remember the film and its unforgettable scenes. Although millions of fans admired her, Audrey preferred a quiet life away from the bright lights of Hollywood. She enjoyed reading books, walking in gardens, cooking simple meals, and spending peaceful moments with her family. She believed that true happiness came from love, friendship, and simple moments rather than expensive things. As she grew older, Audrey accepted fewer acting roles. She wanted to spend more time with the people she loved. She believed that family was one of the greatest treasures anyone could have. Even while the world celebrated her success, she always remembered the difficult days of her childhood during the war. Those memories made her thankful for every peaceful day. Her experiences inspired her to help children who faced hunger, sickness, and poverty around the world. Many families struggled. Just as she once had, Audrey wanted to bring hope wherever she traveled. She visited villages, hospitals, schools, and refugee camps, speaking with parents and comforting children with gentle words and warm smiles. People who met Audrey often said they forgot they were speaking to a famous actress because she listened with genuine care. She asked questions, encouraged children to dream, and reminded them that they were important. Her kindness became stronger than her fame. Every journey she made for humanitarian work reminded the world that celebrities could use their voices for good. She encouraged governments, organizations, and ordinary people to support children who needed food, education, clean water, and medical care. Her dedication inspired many others to volunteer and donate. Audrey Hepburn proved that a person could become famous through talent, but remembered forever through compassion. Her life became an example that true elegance is shown not by expensive clothes or awards, but by kindness, honesty, humility, and love for others. The story of Audrey Hepburn was no longer only the story of a movie star. It became the story of a woman whose gentle heart changed lives across the world, and whose legacy continues to inspire millions every single day.